Hey, we're Victory Gardens, and today we're going to talk about garlic. Enjoy the episode! Garlic, a member of the allium family, loves both the sun and really well-drained soil. Like the rest of the alliums, garlic is a heavy feeder, preferring nutrient-rich soil, so don't forget your compost. For this reason, garlic best follows potatoes, or other members of the nightshade family, who are the heaviest feeder on the crop rotation cycle. In Vancouver, we mostly plant hardneck varieties, as they are hardier and they produce garlic scapes, the delicious flower stalk. We also love them because they produce larger cloves and larger bulbs, whereas softneck varieties produce smaller bulbs with smaller cloves, which are a bit of a pain to peel.
It's important not to plant your garlic in the same spot year after year. You generally want to give it a 4-year rotation, so don't go back to the initial planting spot for 4 years. You want to do this because pests, like grasshoppers and grubs, and disease like rust may still be present in the soil.
Garlic can be planted at 2 times of the year, in early spring and in the fall. The spring harvest will yield smaller bulbs, as they don't have as much time to mature as the fall plantings. Spring plantings are done around mid-March, and fall plantings can be done any time from the beginning of September through to the end of November.
First, you break up the bulb, and you pick the best looking cloves to plant.
With the skin still on the clove, you plant point up, deep enough to cover with 2 inches of soil. The more space you leave between bulbs, the larger the bulbs will grow. But in the city, you don't have that much space, so we tend to plant about 4 to 6 inches apart.
It gets cold during the winter in Vancouver, and to ensure our garlic survives, we need to mulch our garlic bed. Garlic doesn't like repeated freezing and thawing, so by mulching, we prevent this from happening. We use a 2-inch layer of leaves or straw right before the threat of first frost. However, be careful not to mulch too early, as that can trap in the moisture, and garlic doesn't like having their feet wet. The mulch will also break down a bit over the winter, adding a layer of organic matter back into the soil.
It is said that garlic really has 2 harvests, the scape and the bulb. In and around early mid-June, this edible treat called scapes will be ready to harvest. What are scapes, you ask? They're the flower on the garlic. You cut them at the base when they're curled and look like a wet paintbrush. You do this so the plant hormones can focus on the maturation of the bulb and not the flower stalk. If these scapes are left, they will flower and produce tiny garlic bulbils or seeds.
To harvest garlic, you simply hold by the base of the plant, give it a good wiggle, and then pull out, being sure not to damage the stalk. You want to make sure you remove all the loose earth and any damaged skin.
Garlic needs to be fully dried out for storage, so it has to cure for up to 5 weeks. To do this, hang your bulbs in staggered groups of 5 to 10 in a cool, dark, dry, and well-ventilated area. You'll know it's fully cured when to the touch it is no longer cool or holding any moisture, and when the leaves have fully dried out and become crumbly. Always store in a cool, dry place, and you will have garlic until next season's harvest.
Well, that about wraps it up for garlic. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for our next episode.